moment to savor in Toronto, but you don't have long to dwell on that because you got a Game 7 coming up today in Cleveland. Game will be played tonight. Home team has won every game. They've both scored 669 points. They're both shooting 47%. Wow. 5 more field goals for Toronto. Cavs have 5 more rebounds. Cleveland's one decided advantage in this series so far has been from the three-point line where they're plus 48, but Toronto's owning the other categories. I don't know if there is momentum. You say like there is momentum in the other series. Is there anything that Toronto carries over after a win like that into Cleveland?
Oh, without question. They realize that if the Cavaliers are a top seed, but they're right behind them. They're right behind them. There's momentum knowing that we have a future. We're playing this well without 2 guys who started for us. Brandon Ingram hasn't really played, and then Emmanuel quickly. Yeah. So Shed has come into there and really stepped up, done a great job. Andre Barrett is becoming an all-star light.
RJ, yeah.
And there's 2 guys in this playoffs, in my estimation, that were a star, but now becoming the star. And that's Maxey in Philadelphia and Barnes in Toronto. They're becoming the star of the NBA instead of a star.
What do you see in Cleveland where the Cavs have won all 10 playoff games against Toronto in their history?
I see a little bit of disappointment. Let me explain why. I've played with guys that came in the locker room and said, I'm going crazy today. Penny Hardaway, late great Kobe Bryant, D-Wade, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. At times, I've been the guy to say, I'm going crazy today. I need big games from James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, period. Superior games. You know, I always think about when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar couldn't play in the finals and Magic said, hey, I'll play the center. And what he did, the numbers that he, damn it, I need big games from it. Let's end this. You guys are better players. Yeah, they have Scotty Barnes and all that, but, you know, it's high praise for Cleveland. Like, I need you guys to have some superstar
So you
games.
think...
Not record. No, hold on. Donovan Mitchell and James is a guy that can give me one spectacular game.
Do you think that they're better players at this point in their career than Scotty Barnes?
Yes.
You know how I feel about Scotty Barnes.
That's why I was going to ask.
But Donovan Mitchell should be better.
Thank you.
First of all,
one big game.
I was watching that game the other night, and it was just I thought I was back at March Madness, a regular old Duke game. Just give it the ball. Watch y'all passing that ball. They got to foul you. I'm like, what the hell? What y'all doing? Why y'all dribbling? Just hold the ball, get fouled. Because that's exactly what happened in the Duke game. If you go back and look, like, dude, why y'all passing this ball when the kid from Connecticut hit the big 3? But, Shaq, you're 100% correct. I am so disgusted at these Cavs.
Thank you.
Like, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell.
Can't get 40.
Mobley and Jared Allen.
Tripping, Kenny.
You guys, I don't think any guys had a signature game yet.
Thank you.
Mitchell had a couple of 30-point games in games 1 and 2, but he hasn't scored 25 in the next 4.
So I'm sitten here saying, this is the team that I picked to go to the finals, and I'm saying, everything's working out perfect for them. You're going to have a great matchup next round because Detroit can't score if they get past Orlando, which I think they will. We got the best players. We got James and Donovan. Like, listen, you know how I feel about Scotty Barnes, okay? I think he's one of the 10 best players, 10, 15 best players in the NBA. But James and Donovan should be the next 2 best players in that series. No disrespect to R.J. Barrett. Donovan Mitchell and James would be, if we were having a draft, they would probably go 2, 3 after Scotty Barnes, in my opinion. But Jared Allen and Mobley have not played well.
Kenny, tell me what happened on that key turnover that led to the R.J. Barrett game-winning shot. Dennis Schroeder. Okay, here you go. 18 seconds to go.
18 seconds to go, you know.
And it's 17 seconds to go on the shot clock. Just hold the ball and get fouled.
You know you have to get fouled.
So what are you doing?
Thing you want to do is stay
and then why is Mobley standing on the damn sideline?
Okay, well, there it is. Charles is saying what happened.
Come on, man. Why are you standing there like a dummy?
Well, right now, what? I'm just saying there's ample opportunity to get rid of the ball. He thought he was going to get fouled. Actually, I thought he did at one time. And, you know, you stay away from sidelines, you stay away from traps, and you stay in the middle of the floor.
I like your commentary better, Chuck. Do it again.
Thank you, man. Come on, Pan.
You stay in the middle of the floor. You said you just try to stay in the middle of the floor.
Do it again,
so
Chuck.
shooter right there did a great job. Say, let me stay. There should be some. Freeze it here. There should be someone who splashes to the middle of the floor. That is the reason. If you freeze it right here, freeze it right there.
What is
the
James
middle
doing?
of the floor is where the flash should come. It should be from the corner, the left side corner, and I think that, I can't see who that is over here. In the left side? No. Mobley's there, and then the other corner.
That's Donovan.
No.
Strus
Should be flashing to the middle of the floor. That is how you don't want to trap areas or the corners and the sides. So if you splash to the middle, the game's over.
No, there was a lot of standing around watching Dennis Schroeder.
Just splash to the middle of the floor. You stay at it. So that's it. But that happens. But you guys are saying that these guys are the best two players.
They are. You know they are.
I disagree with that. I think that
You didn't even like Scotty Barnes. I've been telling you.
I didn't like him. You put him top 5 player in the league.
No,
I don't like him as top 5
I think he's
player.
top 15.
This is the time when they're passing up.
When I said we were going to run that piece, first thing out of your mouth, Chuck, was, oh, you watched it.
I had wrote myself a note because I didn't know they were going to show that. I said Duncan Robinson, ESPN, because I was watching that story the other night, and I was like, man, we need to talk about that. But I didn't know we were going to show it again, man. That was tough to watch. It was painful. It was sad, and I'm happy they're going to try to find some positive about it, man. But man, you never know what people are going through. You just never know. And we live in a world where everybody's got an opinion on everything. Everybody, mean-spirited with the internet and life. But you just never know what people are going through, man. So just at least try to be better.
Yeah, you look at professional athletes and you think it's all peaches and cream, especially if they have big contracts. Oh, he got it made, but Chuck said it correctly. You never know what a person's going through. I never knew that. Kudos to him for talking about it. I probably wouldn't have talked about that. I probably would have kept that to myself. But, kudos to him and his family for talking about it.
Yeah, and I think at times even, Chuck, you've mentioned your personal experiences like that. I think what it does is it humanizes everyone and lets them know that how someone else handles a struggle. And I think sometimes, and Shaq, you would have your own option to say I want to speak it out or not. But I think at times when people like yourself or Chuck has spoken about this before, it gives people a strength that they might not have known they had. And that's what Duncan is doing now. In a time of his lack of strength possibilities, he's trying to give someone else strength to maybe that's going through something similar in substance abuse, mental issues, that only he can speak from an infantry point of view. So he's in the trenches. He's not looking at it from the top of a building and from a bird's eye. He's in the infantry, and he's giving people hope.
It was interesting about his sister, who's, I think she's a mental counselor, and she talked about studies show now if you start using pot younger, you can develop this stuff. And what's going to be really interesting about that going forward, you can get pot pretty much everywhere now. I'm not a pot person myself, and I don't judge other people, but if we're going to find out that smoking pot is going to do something to your brain and put you in a bad situation, man, we're going to have a serious epidemic going forward in this country.
First off, I salute Duncan Robinson
and his mom and dad and sister.
The entire family for being so candid on that, and it was tough for me to watch because I've been there.
Dude, I was watching that the other night, and I was like, I was trying to get ready to watch the game, and they're like, we got a piece to show you, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, that's tough, man. Especially, obviously, I've been through it before, and man, it sucks for your entire family because even when you're struggling, the people around you are greatly affected. And and obviously you see from Duncan, but you see his mom and dad and sister. It's tough, man.
And our family's been down this road, and I have always said I would much prefer a physical ailment, and I've had a few, but you know how you're going to treat that.
Yeah.
And you kind of put your head down and go. But I had a sister with mental health issues. And it was the most frustrating thing because you couldn't get to the bottom of it. And she eventually took her own life. And so for me to watch this and see what Duncan Robinson's going through, man, it rang true. We'll be back.